Shalom. I'm gonna start off this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Howell, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakodash, and giving double honors to our apostles and our elders, a great millstone, who rule well and teach well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. Only to you I say Shalom. And as you see the title, Child Support Response. And this was inspired by the elder Manatazak Ba, GMS, South Carolina 08. Please subscribe to that channel and be edified. But yeah, man, I've been through that. I've been through child support, not seeing your kids. Okay, see, and that's the thing. Like when I got into the situation, okay, not only did I propose to her, went to her parents, asked permission to marry her. Okay, I also we planned our kids. We went and had dinner, planned names. You know, I love being a father. I love children. Okay, I love kids, and had kids, and you know, being very young. You know how things go when you're young. You make mistakes. You know, you go through trials and tribulations. Okay, but at the end of the day, years went by. She fooled me to give up my rights, saying that she couldn't get support from the state, that she couldn't get housing. She was struggling, you know, at the time, and I felt bad for her. And I didn't do my research. I was being naive. Okay. And at this time, she was talking to her mother. So her mother helped her close the doors on where not only would I be believed that I was a good father, but that she would get all benefits. Okay, and that's what happened, man. You know, and child support will take your license. Okay, it takes time away because I'm court ordered every other weekend. But she, you know, the thing about it is I had to call and ask for my children. Okay, calling and asking for your kids is frustrating in its own self, man. On top of that, she can choose what, well, this is not a good weekend, which she would do multiple times intentionally. That's not a good weekend. This is not a good weekend for me. I had plans. She'd tell me, you can't just call all of a sudden and listen, I don't got to call you. You don't got to call me to make no child support payment. That comes automatically out of my check. On top of that, the elder was right. When you go out of work, that money still increases. So what I had done one time, I got behind, and I was keeping track of my payments that I was behind. And then I went out of work for like, you know, 2, maybe 3 days, maybe about 2 months, 3 months. And she went to court and asked for them to bring me to court. So we went to court, and she was, oh, I tried to work with him, and this is just getting unbearable, acting like this whole situation is crumbling down on her lifestyle, right? So I had the paperwork where for 2 years, it took me 2 years to pay back a sum amount. I think it was like 10 grand, 11 grand. Okay. And so I paid it off, and I only owed $2,000 for my back payments. I went to court, and the court system said I owed 10 grand from only 3 months of not paying child support. And I asked the lady, I said, ma'am, I have letters here from child support saying and stating that I owe only $2,000 because they'll give you track records of what you paid, right? So I was like, can you explain to me how today I owe 10 grand? This lady could not, she couldn't even explain to me. But she still put that 10 grand on me. Okay. And unrighteous decrees is how America Babylon got here in the first place, starting with the so-called Native Americans, man. Okay. So it's no surprise that the Israelite man is being oppressed on every side. And you know what? I remember she had her husband with her in court. And then there was nothing but Jason there. And the only so-called white, okay, couple that was in there, she was disannulling child support on the man. See that? Our women intentionally put child support on us so we can't get ahead, so we can't live happy, and that we can continuously be uncomfortable on every side, right? Listen, and there's women out there that have men that do deserve to be on child support. Let's get the balance in this, because I knew of plenty of women that they had access to their kids at any time. They could call their kids at any time. They could come see their kids at any time, and they chose not to. See, but that's not me. I want to see my kids. I want to raise my kids. I want to be in their lives. I've always wanted to be in their lives. It came to a point where she was taking my money, not letting me see my kids. I would be calling, blowing up the phone, texting my kids' phone. By the time I got my kids to come over to the house, she would erase the text messages. I said, let me see your phone. My son would let me see his phone, and all my messages of every night calling saying, hey, daddy loves you. Hey, daddy misses you. She would delete them. And then I asked my son, like, hey, why aren't you getting my messages every night? He was like, oh, my mom has my phone. So at the end of the day, these women are intentionally trying to make you look bad. They're intentionally trying to make you look like a deadbeat father, like the state doesn't do a good enough job. I've had to constantly take $500 with me. Whenever I don't go to work, or whenever I'm not working, when I said don't go to work, meaning whenever I didn't have a job, okay, I had to intentionally take $500 with me just so I don't go to jail. Because they would drill you, they would tell you, oh, this is the last time you paid child support. This is absurd because the mother has to take care of the kid. And then have this flaming Mo sitting up there trying to make you look bad. And it feels embarrassing. It feels degrading. Okay, knowing that this is not your character. This is not who you are designed to be. We are designed to love and raise our children. But here you got this guy telling you that you are an unfit father, and how much money did you bring to court today? And every time when I said I got $500, they'd be like, you got $500? Yeah, I got $500. No vehicle, $500. Barely a place to stay, $500. No groceries in the refrigerator for myself, but I got money so I don't go to jail. I got money to stay out on the streets to find a job. And they would say, okay, they'll take my money, right? She'd sit there. They'd send it through child support. They'd tax it. They'll put it in their account, right? They'll charge me arrears. And listen, I had to walk 5 miles, man, all the way home. She drove right by me, looked me in the face at the stoplight, rolled her window up. Couldn't even take me home. Okay? Couldn't even take me home. I have literally cried tears, okay, for years about seeing my kids, missing my kids, calling for my kids, not being able to see my kids. I try to get them over summer. Oh, well, they're in Tampa with their grandparents. And that would be all summer. Spring breaks. Oh, they're at Tampa with their grandparents. And she would leave them there. She wouldn't go up there until it was time to drop them off and pick them up. And then she'd be with her husband or her boyfriend. Okay, all these things, man, all these things, the Heavenly Father is he's gonna turn and give us 100-fold, man, on what we deserve, which is our lifestyles back, man, our righteous lifestyles. This place is unbearable, man. And I'm gonna tell you what, I see how, and I've never, listen, I've seen how men have, because there was this time where this Jake, he made a video. And he was like, listen, man, you pushed me to the brink. You got my child support. You're not letting me see my daughter. And he literally walked in the house and deleted his baby mama, man. Okay? Put it on Facebook Live, man. Driving men to the brink. Now, I can see how that can happen. Now, I'm not saying I would do something like that. That's not on my spirit. I would rather struggle knowing that all of this is of the Lord at the end of the day. Okay, But it is frustrating to want to raise kids that you cannot raise, to want to hold and hug kids, tuck them in. On top of that, I could barely afford a place to stay. The places that I could afford, they were ran down compared to the lifestyles they were living. I couldn't afford Xbox 5. And dude, I stayed in an apartment. They lived in houses, man. Right? Nice house, nice neighborhood, nice school. Right? Drove a nice vehicle, man. My vehicle was ran down. The place I stayed, and then they would drop off my kids just to see where I was living and just to look down on me, man. Look at me crazy because the vehicle I'm driving isn't up to par, right? Bust out windows. I had a Subaru with a missing back window. My windshield was cracked, but I got a good deal on it. And I was able to pick my kids up at least, able to go to work at least. Man, I got looked down on, man. It came to the point where I was trying to talk to the stepfather about getting my kids, man. Right? And he's showing up for child support court. Got my kids calling him daddy when I raised them, man. I literally raised my kids till it was like, I raised my son till he was 7. My daughters until they was like 3, 4 years old, man. I had all intentions on being in their lives, man. And here it is, man. You fucking women. Now, I ain't saying all women are like this. I'm not saying all women are that receive child support and benefits that they deserve it. But at the end of the day, there are some women out there, okay? The majority of women out there that have their men on child support, they're doing that intentionally to hold back the men. Okay? They're doing it intentionally so you can be in a dire state and they can say, see, God don't like ugly. Man, come on, man. All right? And there's plenty of men out here suffering. Okay? Shalom to you brothers, man. Shalom to you brothers out there on the comment board. Yabashimi al Shabashimi Krakadas Brakata. Okay? Brakathum. See that? The brother shopper of the 12, man. Bah, I got a letter said I owe 21K. That's crazy, man. Who's got 21K to throw at a woman? Come on, man. Look at this, man. GMS fight until the end. 441. Shalom, bro. Yeah, I owed 10 grand of back pay from one. Another owed 3 grand and one more for 2 grand. Okay, so come on, man. That's 15 G's, man. 15 G's. And we're living in the worst state. A lot of times, if you don't stay with a woman with a house, you ain't gonna have a house. Let's just say that. That's the truth, man. Okay? That's just the truth, man. That's right, man. The system is vexing, man, because it's intentionally holding us back from being fathers, from being husbands. And then you get traumatized with being with a woman, man. You be like, man, I really got to watch who I'm with, man. Okay? Yeah. Okay, and he was like, oh, man, this guy ain't paying his child support. Bro, come on, man. You simping for a lifestyle, man. You're living off of my child support, bro. My child support is paying your car payment. My child support is putting groceries in your fridge so you can chew. My child support is paying your electric, man. And you gonna stand next to her like a man. Oh, man, listen, man. And if you ain't been on child support, if you don't have these situations to deal with, man, then you ain't gonna understand, okay, the upsetting feeling that you get. Shalom to the blood brother Zaria. Yabashimi al Shabashimi Kakadash Brakata. You got my heart, bro. Okay? This is by GMS fight until the end. 441. Isaiah 57:1. The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart, because nobody gives a shit, man. And merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. That's it, man. Okay? That's it. Nobody gives a shit. And it's because they're telling you, oh, it's supposed to be that way. You're a man. I had a woman who was homeless. And I was like, yo, here's like 10, 20 bucks, man, to get on your shit. Like, I know how it is to be homeless. Like, I get it. She was like, oh, but you a man. I was like, yo, let me tell you something, man. I don't know what it is, but this women's self-entitlement shit. Listen, man, I done slept in cars. I done slept on the streets. I done did all this because of child support, man. And you women got a lot to pay for, man. You believe that, man. Okay? GMS is out the most high. Shalom, beloved. Brothers in the UK, man. Pillars of Benjamin. Shalom, bro. Jeremiah 4:30. When thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou closest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting. You see that, man? Okay? In vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee. They will seek thy life, man. And that's what these wicked elites do. That's what you women, when you, after you feel like your heart's been broken, you don't want to fess up, okay, to anything you've done, but you can always remember what we've done. This is by the brother Amawam Bernardino. Shalom, bro. I'm going through the same bullshit. You see that? Ecclesiasticus 25:19. Wickedness is but a little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of the sinner fall upon her. You damn right, man. Okay. Beautiful brother Azaria. Ecclesiastes 7:26. Hey, subscribe to these pages, Baba Kashab, man. And I find it more bitter than death, the woman. That is what a woman is compared to in the scriptures, man. King Solomon had 1,000 wives, man. He knew exactly what a woman was about. Okay? Whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands, whose pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. You see that? And that's how you know we sinned, okay? Because here we are, man, in this same situation. And people be looking at you crazy when you can't do shit for yourself. GMS, truth be told, 144, the beautiful brothers in Trinidad. Shalom. The brother Kalab. 1 Corinthians 7:1. Now concerning the things whereof we wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman, right? Not to even touch her. Not to even be partaking with her, man. And it makes sense. The scripture says what? Brothers that got wives in the scriptures, be as you got none. Because there ain't gonna be no benefit to be dealing with women all the time, appeasing women. Women don't give a shit. You could give a woman the world and everything in it. She's still gonna, her eyes are still gonna be gleaming towards the universe. Right? And you give her the universe, her eyes gonna be gleaming towards the throne of the Lord. She's gonna want to overtake everything, man. The brother Amawan Bernardino, 1 Corinthians 11:9. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. That's it, man. Okay? And that's true, man. Because we're coming into a time where the Lord is gonna make us more precious than fine gold. And why do you think that is? Because this place shits on us on every side. Tell you that you a deadbeat father over kids you planned on raising. Okay? Kids that you still had to feed when you were paying child support and they were staying with you, buy clothes, buy shoes, video games. You had to take them out to places. Man, I remember one time I took my kids out to I took my kids out to a place called Sky Zone where they got the trampolines. Man, that thing was $60 per kid. I got 3-4 kids. I paid that, and then I went to get them lunch in there. That shit was like $15 for Dippin' Dot ice cream. Man, I walked out of there with like my light bill being taken away, trying to appease kids. And they pulling up in new Chargers. Man, these women are fucking wicked, man. I'm a Watt Bernardino, Proverbs 13:13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. That's right, man. She don't know nothing. She don't care to know nothing, man. Okay? Shalom to the beautiful brother. Big bro, GMS, I'm a water, Bob 144. Shalom, bro. Yabashim Yawashai, Barakatat, the water for tuning in. Beautiful lessons, brother. The water. Okay, GMS, truth be told, 144, 1 Corinthians 7:28. But if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she has not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh. But I spare you, and the Lord has spared us. He spared us to come back to our heritage and his truth, man. That's the only sparing that we ever received. Because this child support system is not sparing anybody, man. Okay? Beautiful. That's truth. GMS Amawada Amawad Bob 144. Women are filing for divorce, leaving 80% of the time. Okay, they're home wreckers. They're the home wreckers, man. Okay, and it's the truth, man. They're the ones that are separating the families, and that's intentional. They know they're gonna get the benefits. These women can come out of jail and get subsidized in food stamps. Okay, and then we get out of jail, then we get nothing, man, but a kick in the ass and an application. Okay. SOIWY Malaka Mawad 2. Shalom, bro. Proverbs 21:19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman. And that's all we're dealing with on this side. Okay. And we're not going to have mercy when the Lord starts judging you women, man. When we see weave and eyelids in the streets, right? And robot dogs chewing on your Brazilian butt lifts, right? And your silicone titties. We're not going to have no goddamn sympathy for that shit. Okay. Period. GMS truth be told 144, and I don't care about no being late on break, man. Fuck all that, man. This place was taking. I had 2 jobs. I had one job for them to take child support out on, and I had one job that I could benefit off of. Right as the Lord was putting it on the spirit to quit my second job, before I even could, they started taking child support off my other job. They was taking child support of both my jobs, bro. So I just quit the other one because they was already taking child support out of this one. Wicked ass place, man. GMS truth be told 144. Proverbs 14:1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. And that's intentional, man. To keep you down and keep these kids wicked. GMS in the truth Orlando. Proverbs 14:1. That's right. We'll do it again. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. And that's the spirit. Okay? Hey, the water, we have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and our elders and our apostles to pre-warn us about these things. And this is where salvation is coming from. Okay? The water for tuning in. I got to go back on this damn plantation and serve these devils so I can pay this goddamn child support, man. The water for tuning in, man. Okay? Like the brother, Malak Amawan, man. Khan, I hate child support. Yeah, man. We all do, man. Hey, but it's all good, man. This is all from the Lord, man. The water for tuning in. May the blessing of election be upon your households, man. All right? I'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakodash, and giving double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. On the you I say shalom. I pray this lesson was edifying to your fellow servant Damawathia. Wake up, Jacob. Pay your child support for these crackers put you in jail. Shalom.